Matthew 26, verse 14. It says, Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests, and said unto them, What will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. It says they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. So these false prophets, just like Judas Iscariot, they have made their own covenant for money and fame and respective persons. And they betrayed Yahawashi. They betrayed the sheep of Yahawashi. It says verse 16, and from that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahawashi, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, Go into the city to such a man that say unto him, The Master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. Jumping down to verse 22. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? Let me jump to verse 20. Salakia. It says, Now when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. And the Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had never been born. So it would have been better if you false prophets weren't ever born. But because you guys have betrayed Yahawashi, made your own covenant with Satan for the money and the vainglory of his world, you guys are going to receive a horrible death. And the Lord is starting judgment with you guys. He's starting judgment with the false prophets. Let me jump down to verse 26. It says, And as they were eating, Yahawashi took bread and blessed it. So that's beautiful, because that means that Yahawashi took the bread and the blood, right, and he blessed it. But keep in mind that they were already eating. So that means that what Yahawashi truly blessed, it wasn't the carnal food that they were eating. It was the spiritual. It was the understanding. Let me read it again. Verse 26 says, And as they were eating, Yahawashi took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to the disciples. So the Lord, he was breaking down the bread. He was breaking down the knowledge and understanding. You see? It says, and gave it to the disciples and said, Take, eat. This is my body. And he took the cup and gave thanks and gave it to them, saying, Drink ye all of it, for this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. And when they had sung an hymn, they went out into the Mount of Olives, and said unto Yahawashi unto them, O ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. Right. And that's what but this is what's going on today, to this day. The Lord, he's actually he's making the true shepherds in the flock go through hard times, but it's allowing us to be stronger for what's to come. Let me continue. It says, but after I am rising again, I will go before you into Galilee. And Peter said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet I will never be offended. Yahawashi said unto him, verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. Then cometh Yahawashi with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. Let me jump down to verse. Let's see here. Matthew 27 and verse 11. It says, Yahawashi stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, art thou the king of the Jews? And Yahawashi said unto him, thou sayest. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. And said Pilate unto him, hearest thou not how many things they witnessed against thee? And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. See, Yahawashi, he never showed weakness. He never showed any fear unto death. And that's what was marvelous. You saw the power of Yahawashi. And that's what the governor Pilate saw. He was marveled, because he knew that if he received so much accusations, he will be shitting his pants. But Yahawashi, he wasn't affected. He wasn't trembling. He wasn't fearing anything. He wasn't even talking. He wasn't even defending himself. He wasn't arguing. He wasn't debating. He was just standing and just ready, man. He was strong, man, and he still is. That's why the men of the Lord are also going to be strong. We're not fearing what men say about us, man. Do what you want to do. We're doing our part. Verse 14 again says, and he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Now at that feast, the governor was wont to release the people a prisoner whom they would. So the governor, he had to release somebody from prison, right? It's part of their rules, right? So he was going to try and see if they can free Yahawashi, because he was even Pilate feared Yahawashi because he saw the power. Now verse 16 says, and they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you, Barabbas or Yahawashi, which is called anointed? Verse 18, for he knew that for envy they had delivered him. See, again, verse 18 says, for he knew that for envy they envied Yahawashi. And Pilate knew that. For he knew that for envy they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, Have thou nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahawashi. And that's what's going on to this day. These false prophets, they are persuading the multitude. They are persuading you guys that are in these camps to destroy Yahawashi. You see, and you guys now might not realize this, but you guys rejecting the second covenant, are you guys waiting on something that is not of Yahawashi? Because everything that's of Yahawashi is in place. It's here. It's taking action. It's fighting. It's working. You cannot put the power of Yahawashi on hold. And that's what you guys are doing. And then ultimately, you're not really putting Yahawashi on hold because the power is here. What these false prophets are making you guys do is put your own salvation on hold. You're pulling yourself away from Yahawashi. See, verse 21 says, The governor answered and said unto them, Whether of the two will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate saith unto them, What should I do then with Yahawashi, which is called the Anointed? They all say unto him, Let him be crucified. And the governor said, Why, what evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified. See, they didn't answer what evil had he done, because he was perfect. There was no evil. The evil act was done by you false prophets and you multitude, you 2/3. You guys to this day have blood on your hands. Let's give all praises and fear, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahawashi, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. I just wanted to make that extra bonus to add that, because we don't really know how much time we have, but we do know that it's very, very short. And there's a lot of distractions in this world. There's a lot of things that are going to try and deceive you and attract you and persuade you into walking another route, into changing your ways, into being lukewarm, into being into giving yourself into something that is of the world, whether it's your job, your woman, your carnal family, and ultimately we love these things, but the first thing that our focus is Yahawashi. We have to give all to Yahawashi, and by seeking the kingdom first, everything will be added to it. The Lord is going to give us abundance. Shalom.